Hi, my love. Today, we're gonna get into some tough love. So if you don't like that kind of love, I would really, for this video especially, encourage you to I wanna talk today about why nobody wants you. And the TLDR of it all is that nobody wants you because you don't want yourself. I will explain what that means, but I just need to repeat that one more time. Nobody wants you because you don't want yourself. As soon as you figure out why you don't even want yourself, that's when you'll be able to flip the switch and make it so that you're the most wanted person in the world, whether it's dating, on a job application. You need to learn how to want yourself so badly that people look at you as the prize. How do I know that you don't want yourself? I know that you don't want yourself because you are waiting for someone to come and save you from this really sad, depressing condition that you're in called being single. As long as you look at being single as this sad thing that you're forced to be in until someone comes and saves you from your castle, nobody's gonna come and save you from that castle because they're looking at you like a burden. If you're looking at being single, which basically is another way of saying spending time with yourself. If you're looking at spending time with yourself as a sad thing that you need to be saved from, why would someone want to spend time with you? Like, if you don't even want to spend time with yourself, if you don't even think you're worthy of that time being spent, if you don't think you're someone interesting enough to spend time with, why would they find spending time with you interesting? This is the thing that I think most people don't understand when it comes to dating. There is nothing wrong with you other than you thinking there's something wrong with you. Run it back. There is nothing wrong with you other than the fact that you think something is wrong with you. Because you think that you're defective, or you're not pretty enough, or your body's not nice enough, or you're not smart enough, or you're too aggressive, or you just intimidate men, because you believe some of those things to be true about yourself, you are exuding the type of energy that would detract someone who would otherwise be interested in you. Not because those things are true, but because you believe they're true, and therefore the energy that you're giving off is energy that's kind of like, stay away from me, there's something wrong with me. You don't really want this. No, I don't think you really want this, because I don't even really want this, so I don't really blame you if you don't want this, because low-key, I would return it too. I would return it right back to sender if I got it. That's the energy that you're giving off while dating. You're acting thirstier than you think you're acting because you feel like you need this person to come and save you from this condition. So what do you do about that? There is nothing more powerful than a woman who understands how sacred and how valuable her solitude is. Everything changed for me in life, not even just in dating. That's not the totality of what life is. But everything changed for me in my life when I started spending lots of time alone by choice. Now, I know you might be thinking like, this isn't my choice though. Like, I'm not single by choice. Well, then start telling yourself that you're single by choice. Start looking at the amazing parts about your singlehood that you will not be able to have in a relationship. The fact that you have to consider someone else's feelings. I know it's fun to do that when you love someone, but sometimes it's fun to just think about yourself. We're all selfish beings at the end of the day trying to survive. And so when you look at your singlehood as this time that you will never get back, you start to romanticize it in a completely different way. Take yourself out on solo dates because you are worthy of being taken out and admired and enjoyed. You're worthy of getting all dressed for yourself. Sure, it's fun to get all dressed with a date in mind or to impress somebody else. I know y'all try to act like you don't do that, but let's just be so for real. Like, I look pretty for myself, but I also like looking pretty for my husband. Like, it's okay if you want to look pretty for someone else, but look beautiful for yourself. Feel good. Go out and about and just enjoy your time alone. Be so comfortable in that. There's this audio that I found on TikTok. Ugh, I hate trying to remember what these things are. Let me see if I could try to find it. And I saved it because I'm like, this is so accurate.
I don't know who to hear this, but
no, it's not this one. It's not this one either. But now I'm like, did I save it on Instagram or on TikTok? I hate when this happens. I found it. Okay. I'm just gonna have you listen to this audio because it's literally exactly what I'm trying to say in this video.
There's nothing a man should fear more than a woman who's comfortable being alone. You are now competing with me. You're not competing with other guys. I am good being alone. I am fine. So you have to be better than me. You have to make it so that I want to be with you instead of being with me. How are you gonna do that? There's nothing a man should fear.
There is nothing a man should fear more than competing with your solitude. I don't remember if this was a quote. I read this somewhere. You need to be sweeter than my solitude. But your solitude needs to be sweet for that to actually hold any weight. Like if your solitude sucks and if you feel like your solitude is the sad state that you're in, then you're gonna settle for anyone who's just a little bit better than that because everyone will feel a little bit better than that. Like that's how you end up in these toxic relationships, by having your standards be so low, because the standard is literally just get me out of here. If you could just get me out of here where I'm alone with myself, then I would rather be with you. When you get to a place where you love being alone with yourself, you love spending time with yourself, you love how it feels to be in your own environment and light candles and watch Netflix and order food, like just romanticizing your life, waking up and journaling and going to the gym and listening to your favorite podcast, like whatever it is that you like to do to romanticize your alone time, just make that so sweet and so valuable so that the standard becomes, oh, it needs to be better than this. And this is great. This is amazing. That was literally the point that I got to before Ahmed and I started talking. And I had talked to a lot of guys during my single time, and it just lasted for like 2 minutes because a lot of times I just didn't feel like talking to them. I'm like, this is not like, I wouldn't want to answer calls. I wouldn't want to go out, not just with friends. Like I would be not taking people up on plans all the time. Like that's how I knew I loved my solitude, was I just started going out a lot less. Like I used to go out Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, because I wanted to be out and about and get that attention and male validation. When I got to the point where I was validating myself and I just was so in love with being in my own space, I stopped craving those outings. Don't get me wrong. It's so great to have friends and go out and be social. Like that's not at all what I'm saying. But even those social outings, they are held to the standard of, is this going to feed me more than I can feed myself? If the answer is yes, that is so amazing because you're getting all of this value from other people, whether it's friends or networking events or even a date that you go on. And you're able to bring that back, and it all ties back to making your story more interesting. All of these experiences, you're the main character. So all of these experiences are just little plots that you're on that just help enrich who you are as a character and what it feels like to be alone with yourself. That is literally the golden rule to becoming magnetic. There is just this mysterious era. I know you can think of someone in your life, if it's not you, who has this mysterious era about them because they love being alone. They go on solo trips. Like I think those are the coolest people. The ones that do solo travel, I haven't gotten there yet because travel already stresses me out enough. But like I am somebody that when Ahmed does travel, for example, and I'm alone in this apartment in Los Angeles, I love it. Like, I'm not saying I'm ready for him to leave, but when he does leave, even as someone in a healthy relationship, I know how to be alone with myself. I'm so good at that. And I love that. And I recreate the vibes that I used to have when I was single because I miss those vibes. Yes, even in a healthy relationship, I miss those vibes. I like going to the gym by myself because I miss how it used to feel when I was alone with my thoughts on the Stairmaster, you know, listening to the old music that I used to listen to. Like, I love myself. And so who is he competing with? Not other men. He's competing with what I've created between me and myself. And the standard now is just on a whole nother level. You need to add to this. And if you're not adding, you are subtracting. So if you're just meeting standards, then you are subtracting because I don't need you to just meet standards. I need you to blow them out of the water and provide me something that I wouldn't otherwise be able to provide on my own. If you want to be wanted by everybody and everything, if you want people to be dying to be your friend, if you want people to be dying to get time on your calendar, if you want guys to be salivating over you, you need to create that feeling about yourself. You need to feel like you miss yourself. You need to feel like you want yourself. Once you do that, I promise you, everyone will come running. Just come back to this video once you've done that and let me know how everything around you has just started walking to the beat of your drum. I cannot wait for you to see how magical it is when you start to get to that point where you just appreciate your space and your time so much that anyone that you invite over, figuratively or literally, just comes correct because they see how you treat and love yourself. I love you so, so, so much. And as always, stay powerful, my loves.